it does exist. And and then there are more insights that are coming out that we want to extend within the generalized community. So for example, from out of this, we have now another focus, which is to basically try to get a Virgin Islands Cultural Museum and Heritage Center of Remembrance built, right? So that's coming out of there. That information is coming out. The drawings are coming out. John would go in there and he would just start seeing rooms and figuring out all of these things that I'm not an architect, but that's what he's doing. He's up in there like drawing in his mind, walking through the rooms in his mind, because it becomes a huge meditation, almost virtual chamber, that if you're adept enough, you can just say, I'm gonna sit here and walk through each room of this building. Now, if you're walking through the rooms of the building in such really focused ways, it means that the building must exist. It exists in your mind. If it exists in your mind, then it can exist in reality, right? So it has to come this way first, step down into the drawings, and then from the drawings onto plans, into a reality. So that's kind of like some of the things that have come out from, that's our personal next step, John and I. My personal next step obviously is to open it up to the community. So I got my business license and everything like that. I tried to make it completely legal, blah, blah, blah. Because it was just a big she shed up on the hill. And I was just saying, hey, you come up, let me do a little something with you. And people would just come up and they were like, I'm not so sure. And then some people would go with the flow and other people would just say it's lovely, and everybody in their own time, it's not like a push. It's not me saying you got to do this. It's me saying, guess what? There's something available that's different probably from anything else that you're going to experience. The question is whether or not you want to experience it. I don't tell everybody they need to go on that roller coaster ride, because it's not for everybody. But I'm saying if you try, you probably will find out the ups and downs ultimately balance out.
What is the cost for a session? You said one session is 2 hours?
200. Yeah, that's the general donation. Some people, sometimes I don't cut it off at 2 hours if we're into something. And then the person would kind of say, wow, we went to 3 hours, so let me just give it a little bit more. It's not quite hard and fixed like that, because it's like any kind of healing modality. You don't just bing timer and you got to get out. Sure. That's not how it rules. The temple will just continue feeding you information that you need to receive. I'll just keep the space open while the information is coming in, because that's important. That's what it's about. I wouldn't stop the session just because 2 hours is up. So, but on average, yeah. And sometimes, so you get the information and you assess, you plan, we talk about it, and then sometimes, a lot of times they come back. People come back for the second, really, now that you know what it is, you're not afraid of it, and then you're willing to just use it. Yes?
Doctor, thank you for the presentation. You partially answered one of my questions. This is science, high science.
It is high science.
This is on a different level. And I was wondering, how are you able to convince the average person to join you, to believe in what you're doing?
I say to them, it's about you wanting to experience something different. I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. If you experience it, you can't help but see there's something going on up in that temple, in a positive way, right? So I tell people, when you are ready, right? When the student is ready, a teacher will appear. A teacher could be talking to you all the time. If the student is not ready to hear it, it's just falling on deaf ears. So that's what I've been told in terms of because I'm being guided to do this. I dreamt it, truth be known. I dreamt it, and I said, well, how am I supposed to do this? And they were like, hey, we've given you the tools and the ability to do it, and you need to just do it. You're a doctor, so you understand the human physiology. You got assets, so you're gonna spend some money. I'm like, And you're curious, and you understand physics. You can read and learn and assimilate. And that's what I did. And each step along the way, more and more was given to me and revealed to me to allow me to complete the mission, which just in itself was kind of amazing. I married an architect 4 years ago. If I didn't have him, I couldn't do it. You see what I'm saying? How synchronistic that was for me to marry somebody who understood buildings, and not just any building, but buildings that look like this. Right, so this is his star baby too, because nobody else has ever given him permission to build something like that. So his artistry has been confined because the general public is not building that. They're like, I need a house with 4 rooms, I got children, I need 6 bathrooms, or those are the things that he gets, and it's square, and it's functional. You know, it can be beautiful too, but it's not this.
Architect.
Huh?
That had to have been just like, wow,
Yeah,
pure confirmation.
pure confirmation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's amazing.
Right.